Guys, look at the leather on this boot. Lace up and step into a new standard of comfort and craftsmanship. You won't find another boot made with this level of care, quality, and durability. Well, that's a straight lie. And this is the second pair of boots they sent me with defects this way. Apparently, this is what you get when you spend $800 on a pair of boots. You get soft, squishy, defective leather that is extremely deformed. This is absolutely ridiculous. JK, you guys really need to step up your game because you guys are charging top dollar for something that you guys claim to be the best. You guys literally claim that your boots are the best and that you use the best parts of the hide only and that your leather is nothing but the best. This is not the best.
And focus on what we use and explain why it's the best. In our process, we don't skimp out and we spare no expense on purchasing our leather. We make sure that it is the high.
If that's the case, how did this boot and this boot both not only make it out of the factory, but why was it even built in the first place?
Quality possible that we can get our hands on.
I pay the good money of that and I buy the premium, the best leather I can.
So how does this make it out of quality control? And it's almost like the outer layer of the skin is separated from the actual hide inside, like this part. I can actually move these bubbles around and I can feel the leather, like this outer smooth layer, is like sliding around. It's super weird, hard to explain. But you know, then we look at the other side, it's perfectly normal, stiff leather. You think that's the only issue? Well, let's take a look at the other boot. The other boot is the same problem. Fine on one side, messed up on the other. Would you look at this? The right boot, a whole inch taller than the left boot. What up guys, Kenny G here. Just got in the door, had a big long day today. Couple big jobs to do. Lot of rigging. Got our JK climbing boots in the mail. It's kind of late, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing video. I'm gonna try to make it quick because the wife and kids are on their way home. Once they get here, they're gonna be making all sorts of ruckus. My back hurts. Had an awkward climb today. But we're gonna do this unboxing for y'all. Alright guys, like I said, it's freaking late right now. I'm super tired, my back is killing me. Long freaking climb today. But I'm really excited to open these boots and I want to do an unboxing. So I'm gonna open them right now with you guys. We're gonna open it with the Spyderco pair of 3 lightweight with the custom titanium scales from Lynch Northwest. Boom. Oh, I missed. Look at that puppy. Here we go. This is the brown. Okay, so just like last time, it's just a normal shipping box. We'll get rid of that. We got a cool sticker. We got the boots wrapped in bubble wrap. There's one. Just like the last pair, we get a little instruction manual. It tells you different ways to lace them. Tells you about the sizing and length and width and all that. It's just basic instructions. They give you a little diagram on the different ways of lacing it. Welcome to the JK family. Little note, cool. We get a quality inspection letter. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll pull this other brown out. Okay, so again in the box we get the leather laces, we get the brown kilties, and we get our insoles. Just like the last pair. Okay guys, here they are. 10-inch tall climbing boots. These are in brown. Dude. Guys. Look at the leather on this boot. It looks like freaking bison. Alright guys, so it's the next morning here, and I'm just looking at these boots here. I just want to say, when JK claims that their boots are the best and they're only using the best materials and only the best parts of the hide, and they send something like this out, it's absolutely ridiculous, especially for the price you pay. This is completely this is so big. Anybody who handled this boot would have seen that. But see, they send it out because all they care about is the money. So they send it out in hopes that, you know, maybe the person won't care about it. It's a work boot, so maybe he won't care. And they can save them, you know, they can still get that money instead of having to scrap the whole boot or sell it for less money on seconds. So that is completely shady, and this boot never should have made it out. And it's absolutely ridiculous. You pay the price you pay for these, and you wait 12 weeks or longer for them to make them, and then this is what they send you. So how does this make it out of quality control? I just want to say, like, this, it's like real soft, squishy. This part, real stiff. It's actually kind of soft too. Anyhow, these are going to be work boots, so I don't really care how they look. I'm probably going to wear them. Anyhow, I don't really want to have to send them back, although that there is kind of annoying. This, you can't tell me this isn't a defect. These boots were $700. The leather should come smooth, just like this. No problems. So I think that's absolutely ridiculous, but anyhow, here they are. And as you can see, you can't tell that there's a composite toe in there, but it is definitely in there. Again, guys, these are the JK climbers. What makes them different from their Super Duty is that a couple things. First, they add this lineman patch here where your foot's going to be rubbing against a tree. It's an extra layer of leather to help protect the boot from rubbing against a tree. Also, what they do is they add, instead of a leather shank down here, they put a steel shank in, and they add an extra tapered midsole. So there's actually two midsoles in here. There's the full length, there's the insole, the full length midsole, and then there's another oak tan midsole here that they taper down into about here to make this super stiff so it doesn't bend when you're standing on spikes all day. They also, I seen in one of their videos, they said they move this heel back a bit to give you more room in here. I actually emailed them and asked them not to do that, so because I like my spikes to be up here forward and the line up here. I don't want them way back here, you know what I mean? I just wanted it to be the same spot as it would be on a logger boot. This is a composite toe, and in some of the videos I've seen online where people get composite toes, they really bulge out. It's not bulging out on these, so I'm happy about that. So I think a composite toe is absolutely necessary for tree work. Really, any sort of blue collar work in general, I think it's stupid not to have one, especially for tree work though. You're constantly reaching up, cutting things. There's constantly small pieces of wood falling down by your feet, or if you're on the ground, even reaching up, cutting. You know, maybe a tree is hung up in something. You got big pieces of wood falling down. Just a few weeks ago, actually, I had a root ball roll onto my foot. And if I didn't have steel toes or composite toes, my foot would have been crushed for sure. So I think composite toe is absolutely necessary. These boots are unlined, of course, and they're non-insulated. And they're not going to be waterproof. It's sad, but it's just the way it is. The benefits to them not being waterproof though, and not having any sort of liner, is in the summertime they're not going to be very hot. They're going to actually, your feet aren't going to sweat as much. So I think that's a plus and a minus. On rain days, you'll have to pay attention to the weather, and if it's going to rain, you're going to probably want to wear waterproof boots. Break-in for these, they say it takes like 100 hours or something to break these in. So it's gonna be rough. You're only gonna want to wear them for a couple hours at a time for the first couple weeks. Handmade in the USA. Again, I just this is really, this here, guys, has really got me mad, especially for the price. I think that's absolutely ridiculous, guys, for the price they charge. This never should have made it out of the factory. So, and I've already waited 10 weeks for them to make these boots. If I send these back, it's gonna be another probably 12 to 14 weeks before they even ship me out a new pair. So it's like, is it even worth it? I don't know. For a work boot, probably not. But I mean, it is a little bit frustrating. And then their customer service, I think their customer service, although they're nice and they will take care of you, I think ultimately the person you're talking to doesn't really know anything about boots. She actually, on my last pair, she lied to me a couple times, and she didn't really offer me any solutions. I had to push for it, like when I sent her the picture of this crap here. She told me that was normal at first, and I'm like, I know for sure this is not normal. It shouldn't look like this. It should look like this here. It should be completely smooth and stiff and hard. And then she sent me another email saying, oh, you're right, I talked to them. It's a high stretch point on the hide, but it's okay, blah, blah. And I had emailed her again, and I'm like, no, it's definitely not okay, especially for the price. So, but yeah, and then there was something else, but ultimately they will take care of you. But I actually think they try to avoid it. Like, they don't want to replace the boots, they don't want to send you anything, and you know, they want you to be happy, but they want to do it at no expense to them, if that makes sense. Let's try these boots on, see if they fit. Again, these are work boots. I'm going to be climbing in them. I'm going to be working them, so I don't really care about this looks. But if you were buying this as a nice pair of boots just to wear out and stuff, then yeah, I mean, you should care about this. And even as a work boot for the price, you should. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. JK, you guys really need to step up your game, because you guys are charging top dollar for something that you guys claim to be the best. You guys literally claim that your boots are the best, and that you use the best parts of the hide only, and that your leather is nothing but the best. This is not the best. You guys also claim that these boots go through like 4 different quality control inspections throughout the whole process. Anybody who touched this boot would have seen this. It's not like it's a little tiny thing somewhere, or like a little tiny nail sticking up that's easy to miss. This is completely, you cannot miss this. You just cannot miss it. So I really think that is wild. Other than that, dude, I actually like the way this boot looks. I think this boot looks super good. I think the lineman patch looks super good. The heel stack looks super good. I'm just upset about the leather quality there. And then look at this, we have heel rock. This is another thing they claim on their videos, that they get this right to where there's no heel rock. Look at how much heel rock is in this boot. That is crazy. $700. These are supposed to be the best boots that you can get. Are they the best? Apparently not. But let's go ahead and try these on. Okay, so these are non-lined, non-insulated boots. They are cold, I'm telling you right now. The other climber at work has a pair of these, the Super Duties, and right now it's October. It's only in like the 40s, 50s. He's not even wearing his anymore. It's too cold for him. So these are definitely a summer boot only. You're not going to want to wear these in the winter. I mean, unless you have hot feet or something. But for me, I'm definitely not. I already know from wearing my other pair also. They're cold. They're not a winter boot. They're summer boots only. So I am going to be wearing these with the socks that I wear in the summertime, which are these ultra thin socks. So that's what I'm trying them on with. So this is an 80, just like my OTs are. Right off the bat, they feel slightly wider. I'm not going to lie, they feel wider than the OTs do. I don't know why, but they do. As far as toe length, I can't tell with the composite toe where my toe actually is. But I think it's about right here. I'm not gonna lie, dude. They feel a little bit big. It says an 8E. I'm wondering if I could have did a 7.5. Let me try the left one on. So of course I don't have any laces in them right now. The toe box feels comfortable. Like width-wise, they feel good. They're not as snug as the others. I like to tuck my tongues in like this. I don't like to do the fold, I like to tuck them. Let me lace these up. So I follow JK sizing instructions to a T. And the OT boots I got from them fit me perfect. So I got these in the same size. And for some reason, these feel a little bit bigger. It's probably the last that they use is different. I want these to be tight because they're gonna loosen up when they break in. In my experience, all boots loosen up when they break in, and then, you know, I don't want them to end up being too big once they loosen up. And I don't like my foot sliding around inside the boot, side to side or forward and backward or anything. Like on flat ground, it's fine. Climbing, it would probably be fine, but like if you're on a hill, then it can be a problem. So let me just lace this up real quick. I'm not gonna get it perfect right now. I'm just gonna lace it up to try to take a step, see what it feels like. It's really hard to tell, guys, because of the composite toe. And so it's really hard to tell where my toe is at. Like, it feels like it's huge in there, right? But maybe it isn't. And they say that on their videos too, but then again, like I said, they try to avoid, like they'll take care of you, but they try to avoid it. So just right now, I'm telling you, like my heel is not kicked back and locked into place. My foot is actually sliding forward and backward a little bit, which didn't happen with the OTs. The OTs they fit perfect. They're nice and snug. So my overall impressions of the JK boots, the climbers. I think the boot looks awesome. The sizing might be a little bit bigger than their other boots with the composite toe. I don't know if they use a different last. I follow their instructions to a T. Seems a bit bigger. I think the boots look really good. They feel good. This one, it doesn't feel stiff like them OTs felt a lot stiffer, surprisingly. Probably because it's the soft, squishy, defective leather they put on here. But yeah, I think for the price though, I think this is unacceptable. I mean, you guys tell me. I get it's a work boot, but it's supposed to be the best boot. They're supposed to be producing the best boot and using only the best materials. So I think, and they're charging top dollar for it. And I think, you know, you're paying top dollar for a boot, it should come, you know, with quality leather and not whatever this, because this isn't normal. This is not normal. That is not normal leather. And you can't tell me that it is. It just isn't. Anyhow, review will be coming up. Unfortunately, we are going on winter, so it might be a bit until I do a review. Because like I said, these are summer boots. But there will be a review of both these and the OTs. So make sure you subscribe. Peace. So here you can see the right side of the boot is already starting to sag lower than the left side of the boot here, just from this being the way it is, and it collapsing over time. When you wear this, of course the heel is gonna sink down, break in, and this side of the boot is gonna collapse more than the other side of the boot because this is soft, squishy, defective leather, where this side is nice, smooth, and stiff. Alright guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think about those boots. Let me know what you think about them coming that way, and if you think that's an issue or not, especially for the price, for $700. You know, you think JK needs to fix that issue? Because this second pair of boots I've gotten from them with that same issue. Or do you think I'm just being nitpicky? But let me know in the comments.
We are purchasing and using very high quality material. I mean, top notch, top tier. Like, we don't skimp out.
Is the best part. So nice.
So
Smooth.
nice, yeah. So
Smooth.
nice, yeah. So
Smooth.
nice, yeah.
The best.
We care about every single pair of boots that goes out that door. And having quality material, quality leather is a part of that process.
Obviously, you guys don't care about what goes out that door because you've sent 2 pairs of boots to me that were complete crap. I have guys I work with you've sent boots to that are completely crap. And I've emailed you guys. It's been 3 days. I haven't had an email back. So obviously you guys don't care about your quality control. You don't care about your customer service.